Hi, you guys. I just wanted to get on here real quick and say everything is shifting so fast these days. You really have to remain awake and aware and have a pure heart for truth because they can literally edit our world. You know, I talk again and again about the Mandela effect and quantum changes. I wrote a book about it. It's on Amazon. But I was just looking at one of the channels that I follow on YouTube called To Those Who Will Listen. And he was talking about how the events surrounding Jesus's crucifixion are now being altered in the Bibles. The times that things occurred, names, different things are just being changed. There's so many videos about this. You guys can check out his channel, but it's part of the end times. It's part of the end times deception. And everything is just shifting. The new year on the biblical calendar, the sacred calendar just began. I think it was the 19th of March that it began. And then we're going to be having Passover and the Feast of Unleavened Bread the first week of April. So we are shifting into a new season. But, you know, as it says in the Bible, you know, everyone will be worshiping the beast except very few who really know God, who are written in the Lamb's Book of Life in the last days. And the beast gets its power from Satan. Basically, people would be just following Satan. The one they think is God would really be Satan. You know, we wonder how such a thing can happen. But it's happening supernaturally and miraculously. So just be awake and aware. Be open to truth. Make sure your heart really wants to see the truth because things are changing. They really are. I was going to do a video about how they changed something about Christ. They've been changing so many things that is changing doctrines and identity of Jesus Christ. I mean, now in the Bible, there are scriptures that say, it says after the crucifixion and God raised Jesus from the dead. But the scriptures I remember show that he had all power and authority. He said, tear this temple down and I will raise it up after 3 days. So he said he would raise it up. He would resurrect. And that was his power as God and man. God's only begotten son. That was his power. It was inherent in him and who he was. It wasn't a separate thing where it said, well, the Father raised him up after 3 days. He said, I will rise again. He said, I have all power and authority in heaven and earth. You know, the Father has given me all power and authority in heaven and earth when he was ready to leave the disciples. He rose from the dead. After 3 days and 3 nights. He rose from the dead. Okay? He had that power and authority within him as God and man. Okay? So there are so many doctrines and things being changed in the Bible and even in our world. Things are just flipping. I mean, there's so many things happening rapidly. So God bless all of you guys. Have a wonderful day until I get on here again. Bye-bye.